The Mecklenburg County Supervision, Treatment, Education, and Prevention, known as the STEP program, began in 1995 with the mission to break the cycle of addiction and stop crimes committed in the pursuit of controlled substances. STEP's goal is to reduce the overload of court cases, mounting jail sentences, spiraling recidivism, and most importantly, to get those who are addicted on the road to recovery, responsibility, and self-sufficiency. Through a non-adversarial approach to justice, the STEP program, along with the Mecklenburg County courts and a host of community service providers, work together to provide each person with support through intensive case management, supervision, and help with recovery. The program consists of 6 distinct treatment courts, each serving a unique and diverse population by addressing substance use and mental illness with the ultimate goal of individual responsibility and long-lasting recovery.
My childhood was very chaotic. I grew up in a home where my dad was mentally ill and struggled with substance abuse. So a lot of violence, a lot of chaos, every abuse that you can think of, a lot of fear, walking on eggshells. He shot himself in front of me when I was 7, beat my mom, beat my brother, and eventually just disappeared one day when I was 10. And so I just was very self-destructive. I didn't really have a desire to live very early on, and so a lot of risky, crazy behaviors for a 10-year-old. And that just progressed into my teenage years and my adulthood. So basically I have recreated all the chaos and trauma from my childhood into every area of my life. And so I started accumulating charges. They were misdemeanors at first. Then I caught some felony charges. I was actually pregnant this time around, and I was going to all my court dates even though I was using. And my public defender recommended drug court, which I had been offered that in New Jersey before, and I opted to take my prison time because I wasn't willing.
Drug treatment courts are a unique program. The purpose is to not necessarily focus on jailing individuals, but sending individuals through treatment and resolving any substance abuse issues that they may have.
My experience in this drug court was just amazing. Like, I really didn't know what to expect going in. I still had that mentality from my previous experiences with the court systems, the penal systems in general. But I kept an open mind, you know, and I thought, why not? I've tried everything else. I've been to prison, I've been to treatment programs, I've been in halfway houses, I've been, you know, places that parole put me in, but I had not actually put in any effort and try to do something different. And so, you know, I was open and I decided that I would do whatever I was asked to do.
You know, if you're tired of living the way you're living and you're tired of feeling how you're feeling and getting the same results, if you're tired of dealing with the police and being in and out of prisons and jails and in and out of mental health hospitals, and if you're tired of coming to the courthouse and sitting in 1150 every week for something, and you're really ready to do something different, then it's a great path. A lot of times my biggest role is to encourage and inspire hope to other people using my lived experience. For myself and for a lot of people in recovery, whether it's mental health or substance abuse, hope was the thing we were missing. So we try to make that the thing that we instill back in other people and let them know that whatever's going on in your life is going on. And it's not always going to be like this. And how do I know? Because I've lived it and now I'm showing you.
Sometimes when it might be a little bit more difficult for the professionals to relate to some of the clients, our peer support specialists have been there, done that, so to speak. So they are very effective, and we're glad to have them aboard.
When they say a team, it's really a team, and everybody has some input, you know. And my team had showed up for a lot of different things that I went through the course of my time in drug court. You know, things that you wouldn't necessarily think, you know, a public defender or a DA or a judge or case coordinator or probation officer would show up for or support you in. And so ultimately it completely changed my perception of the system.
Most important thing I would like the Mecklenburg County residents to know that it's an effective program. I think Mecklenburg County is fortunate to have drug courts.
I have saw drug court change lives for ways that I wish I would have had the opportunity to have my life changed before it spiraled on the path that it did.
I hug Anna every time I see her. A year and a half later, she's gone from consumer to colleague, and and we're glad for that.